Was good, was good. I am going to show a little bit of the risk error that we have, and this is a risk error analysis. We don't, always do this. We don't, we don't always risk the proper amount, and we need a way to quantify this. And I have a way of quantifying it. I have a certain amount I'm supposed to risk, and then I have a certain amount that I end up actually risking, regardless if it was an error intentionally or unintentionally. I don't care. And it's simply the risk variance. It's just you're risking 5 apples on a trade, but you're supposed to be risking 2.5 apples on that trade. Well, that's a risk variance of 2.5 apples. There's 2.5 apples that are unaccounted for that on that trade. So as these trades go on throughout the day, as you can see on this graph, each bar is a day. You can see in December 13th and 14th, I had very little risk variance, essentially nothing. I mean, this one was 1 off, this one was 0.3 off, and the next day, I mean, there was a little more, 8, 6, 5, 3, 5. These are these are 5 apples off, each trade, and it's a sum of that. Now, these ones in December 20th, this is where it gets wild, man. This is where it gets wild. I reckon that December 19th, because you see the spike, it was normal, and then you see a spike here. December 19th was probably a problem. December 19th, down 18,000 there, see? And then the next day I had huge risk variance as well because I was upset and I wanted to make money. And then the next day I had a fair amount of risk variance as well. December 27th, I only lost $120, but that was probably a fight that day. You can see that variance, and you can kind of see the number of trades too, but you won't, if a number of trades is 21, huge number of trades or something like that, but you're right on the money with the risk, you're not going to see much of a bar here. But then you come to here, December 29th, you see that there was an absolute big day on December 29th. There was some serious variance here. And let's take a look at it. I lost $3,660. Now, I don't know what happened that day, so let's take a deeper dive. It was December 29th. It was a lot of trades that day right here. As you can see, we're tossing 7% down, 15% down, 18% up, 2%. We're tossing back and forth some serious weight. 10% up, 15 or 5% up, now negative 12%. This is some serious weight just on this day, really. And then you see RE741. Yeah, then you see re-entries, RE. You never want a re-entry. I'm surprised I was doing that, but whatever. Now I have it in my rules, no re-entry. But you see that it was a big fight, and you see that's why this day was so far off of my risk. So I'm learning how to frame with a nail gun and stuff, and you can kind of see the stud behind you, but you can't really if you're nailing plywood to some studs, some 2x4s or 2x6s, whatever. You can't really see it. You have to aim it, and you see it all the way down, and then it's probably online. And if you miss and you're an inch off, well, that sucks. But you keep on going. Like on the length of a whole building, you do this. Oh, I missed 2 there by an inch or so, or a centimeter, whatever, barely. You start to see your accuracy. You start to see the accuracy of what you're doing. And I'm starting to see the accuracy of what I'm doing in trading. And you see that these big big bars here. These are days where I have no accuracy. It's not that I'm not trading the right levels. It's that my risk is just monopolizing error, error, error. You cannot run the machine by doing this. It's just clunky. It's not the way to trade. It's just not the way to trade. And it's like rolling a wheel that's freaking a trapezoid or some random shit. It's just weird. You can't be doing some crazy risk. You have to risk what is proper. And I give myself, look at this, bro. I give myself an opportunity to risk more. Do you see this column all the way up here? It's called burger. Burger. That's basically my risk. I can call it whatever I want because it's only me seeing this basically. But there's a single burger, there's a double burger, or there's a triple burger. You don't really see quadruple burgers. I don't usually see quadruple burgers, so I'm not including it. I'm including a single, double, or triple in that order. And you can have a half. You can have a half burger if you want. And that's basically my risk is 1. Oh, half, I'm risking 0.5. Oh, double, it's simple. I mean, double, I'm risking 2. Oh, triple, I'm risking 3, right? It's the exact same thing. And I have that variance that I can put in here where if I want to risk more, I'm going to do a triple on this one. I'm risking triple, and therefore it won't appear on here as a margin of error. It won't appear as a risk error at all. I'm risking the proper amount. I'm risking triple. That's proper. And so let's pay attention to this. I think this, if you start to see this bubbling upwards on a day, which I won't see this because this is not live data, but if I see this bubbling upwards, you can count on that day being extremely stressful, extremely just a freaking crazy day, and most likely losing a shit ton of money. It's really most likely losing a shit ton of money because every time that's happened, I've lost a shit ton of money. So let's look at the last one, the one that tops all of them. All of them. It tops all of them. You can see the number of trades by these lines. Each box is a little trade. I mean, not little at all. This one, I was risking 67 apples more than I should be. I mean, my trade risk is 5 apples, bro. You're supposed to risk 5 apples on a trade. If you do a triple, you're risking 15 apples. I mean, that's the most you pretty much can risk. And I'm risking 67 more than whatever was there, whatever the risk was supposed to be. So you can see that this is not professional. I mean, I'm just surprised that I do this, and it's only been a week ago. I don't know why that's just crazy to me. It's like as if I was drunk for real, bro. Because that is just gnarly. But now we're seeing it in front of us. We never really saw this before. We just kind of saw that, yes, I know I'm breaking some rules, okay. But we never really saw how telling this is. Let's go to January 26th. I mean, we already know what happened. It's down. I mean, that's not right. It's down more than that. $7,700 in that day. I know for a fact I lost $10,000 that day. So I don't know why that's like that. Whatever. It doesn't really. I think with commissions or some shit, I did pay like $2,000 in commissions just in that day because it was ridiculous. Look at it. January 26th. I had, if you can see here, 30 trades in one day, bro. Oh my goodness. And you can see how the percentages we toss back and forth. At one point, believe it or not, we were down. I mean, this is just mostly red at the start. We had 2 winners out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 trades. We had 2 winners. 2 winners out of 15 trades. We were down a shit ton. I can understand that. I can understand how I was feeling. It was bad. and it would made me want to risk more, and I did risk more, and that's why you see the sum of errors, the sum of the risk errors, the risk variance, the risk from what it should be to what I actually ended up doing in the session, in trading. So in conclusion, this is a really good metric to track, and I think I'm gonna bring down this scaling to like 25 apples. Like you don't want an error of more than 25 apples on a day, you know. So I don't want to error that much. I'm gonna utilize the triple, single, double a lot more, and I'm gonna pay attention to my risk errors because we don't want that. And I know that on my good days, I actually don't make that, or I don't break that rule as much. So look at this good day, 43.05, January 18th is right here. I mean, we had risk errors of nothing, and we made good money. So you can't tell me that you need to risk a lot. You can risk a lot. You just put in triple, bro. You just put in triple, and you're risking 15 apples on that trade. There's just no need to veer off the plan, because my plan gives us the opportunity to do so. If you want to go off the plan, you're not trading. You're just fucking being crazy, and you don't need to be crazy. You can still trade. Just, in my opinion, just follow. It's not even a rule. It's just risk the proper amount, bro. This will keep you in the game. It'll keep you moving and profitable. It'll get you profitable. So yeah, this is definitely a telling metric. The risk, what it should be versus risk that I actually did. And this is the sum of them that's conglomerated on the day, which is even more important because you can see I got obviously carried away this day. This day will go down in history. So I'm really trying to diminish these days, and you can see these blow-ups, man. You can see this peak is actually big. I mean, these peaks right here are actually big, and then this one is obviously massive, and then the next one is obviously massive. We can't be doing that. All right, peace.